Hello sim racers, welcome back to the channel and happy new year. Today I'm going to share my first ever official race in 2025 with the LFM server using Automobilista 2. I hope you will enjoy it, and it covers the whole session. Okay, I recorded the whole session. I'm using VR and also the trackside cameras to explain all the details about the tire temperature, the car setup, and all of the important details that I have learned from a very good experienced trainer like Garage 61 and Suelio Almeida. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's dive in. These things happens with the first time. You have to be very careful. I am driving a McLaren 720S GT3 car with a high downforce setup. Usually this track requires a low downforce setup, but I have chosen to set up the car for my driving style. In my driving style, I don't like a car to be too slidey, you know. It's a kind of I just hate it. But the setup is not wrong for me, because gaining 6 positions with a high downforce car at Monza is a good result, I believe. Everyone wants to win, but that's not realistic. You will not win every time. Someone else should be at position 4 or 5, did not finish, last, first. This is a race, so be patient. Hit every braking point, not the last minute, last braking point. Just leave some trail error for you. It's better. Maybe the car slides, maybe there's a dive bomb. Usually at Monza you have to be very careful with this. Tire pressure got hotter than the previous lap, or colder. That's why it's better to have a braking point for trail and error. Here this guy driving Audi R8. There's a very beautiful fight between me and him at the last minute. At the last minute I make a mistake because I run out of fuel. Look, here's side by side. I run out of fuel and I tried to gain some fuel saving technique, but it ended up chopping myself at last minute, last lap. It's a very interesting fight. If you stay until the end, you will see what's gonna happen. Guys, please, if I have any mistake or any points, important points that you have for gaining my experience, I'll be very glad to share it with me and tell me what's the thing to be fixed. Look at that. Porsche chooses the last minute to turn in and last minute to brake, so that he just lost the position, as we can see in the mirror here. And a good exit gave me 2 positions. 2 Porsche with a high downforce car. I could gain 2 positions because I have a better exit. And by the way, my gearing ratio is very low. I usually hit the rev limiter by the end of the straight. Here with this Lamborghini, he's a very good driver and a clean one, but because he chooses to brake later, side by side by a millimeter, we had that accident.
Your front brakes are getting pretty hot.
But you know, it's a race and things happens.
Hold your line clear left. Gap to P6. Behind is now 0.2.
I just want to point out this thing here. I just broke the aerodynamic for the Porsche so that he cannot overtake me, get benefit from my
Right side tyres are cold.
slipstream. I just cut the slipstream and then came back to the racing line. The tire temperature, IMO, inside, middle and outside, it's very crucial here because you need to have the most amount of grip for braking and also accelerating as well. And the track mostly is right hand turn, so the setup, you have to take a look at the IMO and try to have the best possible result for the tire temperature and of course the PSI as well, tire pressure.
Gap to 6th place. Ahead is now 1.1.
And usually I don't use the
On
HUD.
your right.
If you
Right
notice
side's
in
clear.
my dashboard, I'm just using the thing that's available inside the car for immersion. I'm using VR anyways. Any other information if I need it, I ask Jim, the AI spotter that I'm using, which is the perfect. I really love it. Racing in a multi-class car race, it's fantastic. Especially now I'm driving a GT3 car which is slower than LMDH, and they passes you by and they are fighting for position, also you are fighting for position. Placing your car is very important here because you have to give them space, give yourself a space,
Ahead is increasing.
and usually
Now
the slower
1.2
car in
seconds.
any multi-class race should take the racing line and the faster car will pass by. The new physics for Automobilista 2 version 1.6 is amazing. It's really amazing. I like it. Let me know how does it feel for you
Last
too
lap was at
down into the comments.
148.3. It's your best lap in this session.
I did everything, I just couldn't beat that guy in the
Air
Lamborghini.
temperature's increasing. It's now
We
19
finished in the
Celsius.
fourth place. The fuel that I added for this car was a spare amount of 1.5 laps. Okay, just 1.5 laps because I simulated that before. I trained for half an hour. That how much fuel it needs. 1.5 laps of fuel. That's because of any accident happens. Also double yellow flag and these things. I considered all of these issues if it happens, which happens at the middle of the race. We will see how we kept our tire temperature and PSI, tire pressure I mean.
The gap to 6th place. Ahead is increasing. It's now 1.2.
You may see the ABS and traction control. It's a kind of high, but that suits my driving style. That McLaren, I think, I don't know why I was the only one choosing that McLaren. There were Porsche, Lamborghini, Audi, but no McLaren. I don't understand. This is my favorite car. Yes, it is tricky with the braking and with the throttle, but I just like it. It's easy for me to drive it. During practice, I tried to get
That's
the
20 minutes
ABS and
to go.
traction control low to number 3 and 4, but I just couldn't survive
In
easily,
front is now 1.7.
especially
Air
during
temperature
corners
rising,
like
it's
this
now
one.
21
Spinning
Celsius.
was a problem. I tried low downforce as well. I just don't like a very happy tail for the car. I'm using direct drive for your information from Camas C12. Also load cell pedals from Simpson, which is great. It is great.
Good lap. That's your quickest so far.
I used to have a
Gap to
G920.
V6 ahead is now
It was amazing.
2.3.
It was amazing, but the only problem I had seriously was the brake. I did lots of modifications to it by myself here in this garage, and I could achieve, wins. I had wins with it, but it was difficult, But with the load cell, you have memory, muscle memory. You will hit, for example, 50%, 60%, 100% every single time. And for trail braking, it's very important. Of course, if you have a HUD for the amount of throttle and brake, just like iRacing and the other program, what is it called? SimLab, something like that.
B5.
It will be even better. But I tried my best to save these informations with the muscle memory, so that I do not have any HUD on the screen. I just hate it. For immersion, it's nicer to have nothing on the screen. And by the way, we started at 11th on the grid.
Clear right.
We gained 6 positions and ended up at top 5, as I mentioned. I hope you will see the beautiful fights here. Monza is an exciting track, very well known,
All right, Laura. The next car is a lap
especially for
behind.
dive bombing. This is a car 1 lap behind. Vision, your vision is very important, guys. Look at the braking light. One of them is broken, so this means it's a dangerous driver. We have to be
Blue
careful,
flag.
just like a mistake.
On your left.
Look,
Clear left. It's a faster
because
class car
if we
approaching.
keep on blaming that we are crashing, people crashing into us, people crashing into us, if we keep blaming on them, no, that's wrong. Because you have to prevent yourself from these crashes. Yeah, of course it happens, but you have to be aware of your
Car left.
surroundings.
Clear left. Gap to V6.
One
In
more
front
thing
is now
about the
2.3 seconds.
HUDs, guys. HUD make you very busy. For example, the car behind keep on gaining tenths of a second, or the tire temperature lost 3 degrees of temperature, or the PSI. These things, you don't need all details on the screen all the time. Now, if you notice the dashboard, this is what a racing driver will see. 1.9 bar, and that's it. So that's all you need to know. Why more HUD on the screen?
Good
You don't need it.
Keep 'em coming.
Look, guys, this one dive bombs me, which is in a different class, and
Still
I
there.
will share a
Right
picture,
side's clear.
which is here. I tried my best, but
15 left
it
side.
just hit me. Thankfully, it didn't damage my aero or something like that. It didn't spin,
Okay, Laura, we're at the
but
halfway point. I think the fuel's going to be tight. You might
it
need to save
happened.
some.
Anyways,
Blue flag.
I have a faster speed for the corners than the other GT3 cars, but slower straights due to high downforce car. What a beautiful race. LMDH just passes by.
Blue flag.
I love it, guys. Yeah, here it's a double yellow flag. An accident happened somewhere, I don't know. I couldn't see the car because maybe the driver just reset the car or went outside of the server. I don't know what happened, but I know there is a safety car out and we have to slow down. Here I just turned my fuel map to save fuel, okay? Because I was scared if I run out of fuel at the end of the race, it will be a disaster for me. I pushed so that I can reach the other car, but with the fuel saving. If you notice, my braking point is earlier, my throttle is slower.
Okay, Laura, you've used half your fuel.
But not driving that slow, that affects the tire temperature and the tire pressure. I've learned lots of techniques thanks to these guys, Driver 61 on YouTube and also Suelo Almeida. They're really sharing very important points, very useful information for racing.
Safety car is out. It's now open.
Just type Driver 61 or Garage 61, something like that. And also Suelo Almeida, just search and you will find them. Very useful information. I actually bought one of his book, Suelo Almeida's book. I think it calls Car Handling, and I read it. It's something else. And of course, if you read a book, it's way more important than looking at the screen on the video, because you focus, you know what it says, what it means. I really prefer his book. I'm not a pro driver, I can tell you that, but as you see that we are gaining position with a high downforce car, with a good result, and clean races, clean fights. I think that's good enough for me, and hopefully you will like the fights and the techniques that I'm using here. If you notice that I am warming up the tires and keeping the pressure up, but not scrubbing the tires that much, that affects the tire degradation.
Okay, Laura, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Saving the fuel at the same time. Also thinking about the strategies and the techniques when the safety car
Get ready,
goes
safety
out,
car's coming in.
because now we are all stacked together.
You've got
maybe
10
you
minutes
lose a
left.
point,
10 minutes
you
to
lose a
go.
position
Come on, stay
or gain a
focused.
position.
Apexes and exits.
You have to be very
Apexes and
careful here.
exits.
Also, dive bombing is a very dangerous thing. But luckily, I had LMDH car behind me, and the other GT3 car was way behind, which is that Audi that I will have a very beautiful fight with by the end of the lap. And a mistake that I did was trying to save some fuel. You will see now. What a beautiful view. It's very beautiful, guys. Just like the real racing. You are a racing driver, a sim racing driver, but you will see the action and the exact moments of the racing driver in real life. There's an accident, the safety car is out, and the same thing that happens in real life, you will do it here, thanks to the technology that reached to this point of sim racing. Yeah, it's a green flag. Let's go. Be careful, watch out the mirrors. Yeah.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 30 Celsius. Blue flag. There's a group of faster cars behind you. They're racing for position. Left side. Clear left.
For your information, the fuel mapping is still on low. I didn't change the setting of the fuel mapping. Because I was scared and I tried my best to reach that Porsche there and saving some more fuel, but the car was very fast with these straights that I couldn't keep up with. Then I said, I have another idea. The other idea was giving the car behind, because I couldn't reach that Porsche. I said, okay, let's give that Audi a space so that I can gain the drag till 2 laps before of the end of the race, or the 3 laps. But it ended up in a different situation. Here, look, the car came side by side.
Right. Hold your line.
Yeah.
Clear car right.
I let him go.
Still clear right. Come on, Laura.
But I try to be at his back.
Right side. Clear right.
Here is the best thing that I achieved. I was really happy with.
Right sides are cold.
Side by side again. Going back out. Here comes the problem. The straights.
B6. Sixth place.
Look, the car is way ahead.
minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
And I was saying I lost a position. Now I am not at top 5, but still it's 5 minutes left. I think 5 or 6 minutes left. The decision was wrong, I admit. If you notice, during the corner I'm way faster than him,
0.5.
because I have a higher downforce.
Laura, 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Send it already. Your brake temperatures look good. To go, 2 minutes.
Yeah, my spotter tells me that it's only 2 minutes left of the race, and I turned on the high fuel mapping. So, okay, let's go for it. I did my best. I crossed all the limits. I said, okay, I have to gain back that position because that was a mistake. Yep, he lost control also, trying to keep the position as much as he can. Of course, as a racing driver, this is what we do. Yeah, I'm at the slipstream now. Getting closer and closer. I will not give up that easily. was going outside and coming back in to
that's your
disturb the
fastest lap
driver.
today.
Let's see if it works. This move is very important. Going back to inside and coming back to outside confuses the driver that doesn't know what you're gonna do. So usually, look, again I did it. Again, going back. Yeah, I have a better exit due to higher downforce. I'm trying my best to keep the
Left side.
position.
Clear left.
Here, the Audi overdrives the car and makes mistakes. The car almost disappeared. Just by 2 corners, the car almost disappeared in the mirror. Why? Because of overdriving.
Okay, Laura, 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
And one last thing, remember, sim racing is a constant learning process. It's not just about the fastest or a perfect lap time. No, it's for you. You will set up the car for yourself only, and that suits your driving style. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Well done, mate. Good finish.
See you in the next race.